Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about how the invisible world, the spiritual realm, controls and dictates this physical realm. The invisible realm, that's the words I use when I talk to my mini, the invisible realm, because it's a lot easier. The spiritual realm. Your thoughts, that inner peace, that inner space, controls and dictates this universe out here, you know? And what's crazy about even making that statement, and before I get into the statement, I just want to say I apologize for the audio. I have no control over the wind, or the birds or nature or life. So, but what I do have control over is whether I film outside or inside. I love filming outside. Whether the sound, audio is weird, I have a Rode mic, which is one of the highest quality mics you can get in. This still no is beating the wind without just filming inside in my studio space. But I enjoy this much more, and this feels better. So apologies for the few shows or, episodes that I did do, and the audio was kind of bumping in and out due to the wind. You know what I'm saying? But the invisible world controls and it dictates the physical realm. The opposition has designed it for you to bypass your spiritual realm, bypass your thoughts, to bypass your being itself, and solely focus on this 3D realm. You know what I'm saying? So being focused on the 3D realm, it kind of removes all the substance from within. You're removing the substance from within. So I had a situation with my mini, and I was telling her, just talking to her about life in general, and she had asked me a question about could she get something or do something, right? And then it ended up happening. We end up going to get it or doing it, whatever it may be. But I was telling her how her thoughts, her thinking of that, what she wanted to do, she was able to manifest it by using me as a vessel that has access to the car that can drive and do these things to help her accomplish or to do what she needed to do. You know what I'm saying? So let's say she wanted to go to Five Below and she was thinking about it in her spirit realm. She wasn't at Five Below. She was just thinking about it. Oh, I want to go here and get some more, color pencils or some books or something so I could do some more arts and craft work, right? But since she's not old enough to drive, and she's still new, she only been in this realm for 6 years, but she has an ancestral who's been here for 36. So she has access to this vessel, to use this vessel to kind of help her accomplish what she needs to accomplish or do or take on whatever task she needs to do or take on. I wouldn't be out here in this mountain right now if I didn't put it in my inner space and already see myself up here in the mountain filming this episode right now. You know what I'm saying? The invisible world is highly powerful. You don't do anything without it coming through your spiritual space first. I know a lot of us like to think that the shit just comes off the top or off the wall, out the blue, or we just do things because we do, or these thoughts are their own thing. I have never been in a space to where I felt as if like all of my thoughts were coming from somewhere else, somebody else, or another entity. Usually my thoughts that I'm thinking in my spiritual world is me putting the physical words, the English words, in my space and creating that dialogue and also painting the picture at the same time. Only time there's other entities that's pushing and throwing ideas and thoughts is really, for me, they're not throwing an idea or thought. They're feeding an idea or thought that was already in my inner space. So like I was talking about like a couple months ago or a couple episodes ago, I don't remember when, but I was talking about the sacral chakra. So for me, they don't approach with a new tactic. They put more weight on a reoccurring thought. But what happens is like, since I know that that's an internal thing and it's a thought process in my spiritual realm, if I don't want to indulge in anything pertaining to like pornography, including like releasing and all of that shit, then for me, I have to put my inner space somewhere else. Because what happens is you have to have a substitute. So for me, the substitute was, all right, well, I'm going to keep grinding through this process. I'm going to open up some other avenues. I'm going to make myself accessible and not be so secluded off in or only coming out supposedly for business. You know what I'm saying? You have to make yourself available. You have to be out experiencing. But at the same time, it's like the food that you intake, you're not intaking that food without it going through your spiritual realm first. And that's why I like to say you are not what you eat, because it's a lot of people that feel like if they eat a grape, they turn into a grape. If they eat a chicken, they'll turn into a chicken. But that's not the case. I like to also say that this out here is like these clouds that's coming down. Once they down, they like to call them fog. See, they're down lower right here. They call it fog. But for me, clouds is clouds. I don't need to change the name because it's up here and it's down here. You know what I'm saying? That's all internal. That's like the whole ice and water thing. You can call it ice or you can just call it frozen water. It's still water. It's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But as you ascend in this journey and as you just operate through life and you start understanding, okay, everything starts from within. This is in space. This is inner space. Everything out me is outer space, right? So, me giving that example as my daughter being small and understanding that she has a bigger vessel, an older vessel to use to kind of help bring her spiritual realm to life in this reality. I see it every day when I communicate and talk and engage with my many. I see it when I do it with myself because I'm a self-aware being. I see it with other people, even the ones that I talk to, and they make it seem like they don't believe in the spiritual connections. They just believe that this is just the physical realm and, you know, we're just these vessels and that's it. But even when they say these things and they're discussing it, it's still coming from within first before it comes outward. It's coming in before it comes outward. Even if you do something without using your words, your throat chakra, your actions and what you're doing is still coming from within. There's no way around it. My body moving, my brain is controlling my body, but my spirit controls my brain. My brain controls my body, but my spirit controls my brain. The Matrix wants to force everything on this 3D and on these physical objects. You know what I'm saying? That's why they make it seem like, oh, well, your brain controls this and your brain controls that and you can do this and do that and your brain and like my brain controls my vessel. That's what it does. But the spirit controls the brain. All of these movements and gestures is easy and I don't have to put a whole lot of thought into it. My body just it flashes through here and then it just natural reaction that just happens. But it all starts from within. I'm not just moving around up here and don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Every motion and gesture is placed through here first before it comes outward. You know? So we have to get to a space of understanding, like your thoughts, what you think about, how you talk to yourself, how you treat yourself, how you talk to other people, how you treat other people. That's what you are giving energy and power to. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to know that the spiritual realm controls and dictates this physical realm. Point blank simple. It's not too many things you're going to be able to really figure out or be able to get more clear answers without understanding that this physical realm is secondary. This shit is secondary, whether you believe we go on to another journey or not. You know what I'm saying? After here, we reincarnate. It's obvious that this shit is secondary. You don't make any moves. You don't do anything without it crossing your inner space. And I just wanted to touch base on this. I really didn't even want to run it up too long because it's only but so many ways and things you can say to emphasize something. You know what I'm saying? And it's important that we all do our own research and due diligence ourselves. I also believe that, you know, we should all understand psychology, human behavior, human actions, the human body. Like, this is us. This is us. You shouldn't have to go through the matrix to school to get some kind of bullshit paperwork. And I don't look at people who went through that process as any more credible. If anything, I feel like you're less credible because you didn't even want to go about the process yourself. You just followed instructions, which is easy. It's easy for me to tell my daughter to clean the room, you know what I'm saying? But actually having to get out there and showing me do the physical work myself and make sure that she knows how to do it, it's a whole nother process, you know what I'm saying? But we know that we are the light beings out here. We already understood that we are that voice, that spirit that's inside that controls and dictates this. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't want to run it up too long though. You know what I'm saying? Just tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.